What's going on, everybody? It's your boy here, and we're back again to discuss another topic in the Smash Brothers universe. And here I want to talk about squad strike and competitive play. I've talked about the other two topics before, which was final smash meter and stage morphing and the rage toggle. So here I want to talk about the last thing that we know of so far that I feel like is competitive or could be competitive viable, and that's worth talking about. So most of us weren't too 100% sure on how squad strike worked. A lot of people were thinking it's just solely crew battles, or some others are thinking you get multiple characters per stock, but it actually turns out squad battle is where you can get multiple characters on a stock, but it also works like a crew battle. Look at this tweet here by Zero. He says, in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it's confirmed that squad strike can work in a similar style to Marvel, where once you lose a stock, or aka life bar, you switch to another character in your team. This could be a really fun mode to play, and it could even have a competitive merit. We'll see. That's pretty much what we're going to be talking about here today, and I want to talk about whether it's going to be competitive or not, and I feel like this could work for a competitive mode. I'm just going to say that off the rip, and I just want to say I'm also probably going to be more biased for it being competitive because I'm going to list some reasons why. But from what we know so far, squad strike isn't changing the core factor of Smash Brothers drastically, such as how Final Smash Meter would change the game. I've already done 2 videos on Final Smash Meter, and you just watch those for fully in-depth details if you want to, but it's not changing the game drastically, and it's not going to promote any other type of gameplay, because if you want to wait to get another character, you'd have to SD. So I feel like there's no campiness that is promoted if this is how the game is going to play in squad strike. You have to play your absolute best with that character until you lose that character. When you get your other character, you're going to do the exact same. You're going to play that character like it's your last stock. Also, I want to point something out. What do you think takes more skill? Knowing how to play multiple characters, or only just sticking to one character all throughout Smash? And plus, I feel like if this happens, we're going to see a lot of different characters in squad strike if you're able to pick and choose, let's say 3 different characters, because I'm pretty sure we're going to do 3 stock for Ultimate. If you don't, then 2 characters, which is still cool. But the point is, it's going to demonstrate more skill, and the player is going to have to know how to play more than one character. And in tournament, I think it'd be hype. You could be playing as King K. Rool, you lose a stock, and then you go to someone as different as Cloud, lose that stock, and then you're Mario for your last stock. And it could be extremely hype, and it could change up matchups, and you'd have to know the skill of your opponent and how good they are with other characters and capitalize off of that and train with 3 different characters. It shows more skill. It's just a bigger test of skill, and I think it's just more visually appealing than just seeing Ditto Bayonettas and Grand Finals. There probably still could be Ditto Bayonetta games, but you'll have 2 other characters to work with, and if you're that good with Bayonetta, then I guess you're not going to lose the other 2 characters. But the point is, it's going to be able to showcase more of the characters, and you're going to see more skill from players if they learn how to master more than one character. Another thing is that crew battles can now be legitimized now that they have a mode that can specifically work for it, because it seems like squad strike can go either way. It can be just for crew battles, or you can do the multiple character things for a stock, which is really cool. And honestly, I think that's great. Crew battles are actually a really cool thing in Smash, and we don't get to see them too much, but when we do, it's pretty fun. And now the fact that they have a legitimized mode, it can work better in competitive play and can be easier to set up, and you can just hop into. I'm not saying squad strike should replace everything else in Smash. I just feel like it should be another pillar of Smash, kind of like doubles and singles. You would have doubles, singles, and squad strike. And I don't know, I'm going to be honest with you guys, doubles in Ultimate isn't looking really that good. It's kind of chaotic. Even Smash 4 doubles are super chaotic. It's just hard to see what's happening in doubles and Smash 4 and even Ultimate from looking at it. So if anything, squad strike could become bigger than doubles if it becomes a competitive pillar, which I hope it does. Similar to what Zero said, I actually agree with something that he said before under the tweet of Squad Strike. He said, I still think the most skill in Smash is when you're able to play multiple characters at a top level. The only con is it would make an entry barrier higher in the beginning, since there are many new players who won't be experienced with more than one character. That could only be the biggest con I can think of because it will be harder for newer players who want to go competitive to learn a lot of characters. I don't know though, it's kind of a subjective thing. Maybe it is, maybe it won't. Maybe some people find it easier to pick up new characters rather than sticking with one character. It all depends on you. But that's how I feel about it, and I feel like it should happen. Let me know in the comments below, do you think squad strike should happen in competitive play? I hope this video doesn't get misinterpreted like my last two videos. People were thinking if we should even have them in the game at all, when that's not what I was saying, because people don't like to watch videos all the way through. But if you made it this far, I appreciate you making it this far. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.